Picture this, April 2nd, 2026. The New York Times publishes a glowing profile of Matthew Gallagher, a 41-year-old entrepreneur who built a $1.8 billion telehealth company in just 2 months. The American dream, powered by AI, right? But here's the thing. The New York Times published this profile after the FDA had already issued a warning letter to the company. This isn't just a story about a scam. It's about how one of the world's most respected newspapers missed the biggest red flag in the room. We're diving into the Medvi scandal today, a masterclass in how AI can be weaponized to defraud consumers at scale. If you care about cutting through the hype in tech and business, hit subscribe to Business Undercurrent. We'll explore how this facade crumbled. So how did Medvi actually make $401 million in its first year? They deployed AI in ways that would make any ethical technologist's skin crawl. First, they used over 800 AI-generated deepfake doctor accounts on Facebook, selling to you with a computer algorithm wearing a human face. Second, they stole real weight loss transformation photos from Reddit users, altering them slightly and presenting them as successful Medvi customers. Third, and most dangerously, Medvi sold oral tirzepatide pills, which Eli Lilly confirmed have no human studies for oral versions. This wasn't a startup. It was a scam with a valuation, and it's how the facade crumbled. The timeline here is genuinely damning. On February 20th, 2026, the FDA sent Medvi a formal warning letter, explicitly stating violations. 2 weeks later, the FDA warned 30 telehealth companies about illegal marketing, and Medvi was on that list. Then, on April 2nd, the New York Times published a celebration of Medvi, not a critical investigation. They framed Matthew Gallagher as a visionary, mentioning his use of AI like he was a tech genius, completely ignoring the fake doctors, stolen photos, and the FDA warning issued 6 weeks prior. This is the real scandal. The institutions we rely on to catch fraud either failed or looked the other way. And that brings us to what this all means for you. The Medvi story is a preview of what's coming. AI is getting better at creating convincing deepfakes and forged testimonials, and the regulatory environment is still playing catch-up. The real takeaway isn't that AI is evil. It's that AI is neutral, a tool that people with few scruples are using to manipulate at scale. So, what do? Stay skeptical. Ask questions when you see billion-dollar valuations based on AI automation. Demand better from media. The New York Times had the resources to investigate, but chose not to. Support investigative journalism, because independent journalists are doing the work that mainstream media won't. The Medvi scandal is a call to action. The future of AI and business depends on whether we're willing to hold it accountable. If this investigation was valuable to you, like this and subscribe to Business Undercurrent. Thanks for watching.